Hi everyone, I'm Sandra and I work at Off2Class producing bright, beautiful ESL lesson content to motivate your students and save you a whole lot of precious preparation time. In this video, I'll take you through units 19, 20, and 21 of the Off2Class step-by-step ESL curriculum, in which I provide a summary of each themed unit and tips for teaching the lessons. Off2Class is a step-by-step ESL curriculum which incorporates grammar and vocabulary together with speaking, listening, reading, and writing tasks. Every lesson is step-by-step, so each unit is organized around a theme. Before teaching each unit, I think our teachers will really benefit from a summary of the points encountered in each theme, as well as some helpful tips to provide and ensure your students really progress. Everyone loves to talk about travel, so in Unit 19, we provide more practice with the past simple, which was introduced in Unit 18 in the family. The past simple negative and past simple questions are introduced, along with verbs that express likes and dislikes, such as love, like, don't mind, and hate. We also look at helpful language to talk through mishaps and accidents. So when introducing the past simple negative, you have to be very clear about how you define the English infinitive. The past simple negative is formed with a subject, plus didn't, plus the bare infinitive. And whether you prefer the term bare infinitive or infinitive without to, just be consistent. Verbs expressing likes and dislikes take either a gerund or verb plus ing, and some can take the infinitive. Confusion really reigns if these terms are used consistently by a teacher. So for example, I didn't go to the shop, not I didn't to go to the shop, or not I didn't went to the shop. I like swimming or I like to swim, but I don't mind doing homework, but not I don't mind to do homework. To keep it simple, we suggest that you only introduce verbs expressing like and dislike with the gerund. Second, you will need to model and drill past simple questions. Connected speech makes it challenging for students to hear and pronounce did you or did we in an unaccented position. So it's fine to exaggerate the stressed main verb when you introduce the past simple questions. For example, did you in did you watch the film is also reduced to something like did you watch the film in spoken English? And students should learn these forms as a lexical chunk. In Unit 20, Health and Fitness, we tackle two modal verbs, could and have to, in positive and negative forms. We look at can and could for ability, along with have to and don't have to for necessity, and lack of necessity respectively. These modal verbs provide greater flexibility for students to express themselves. But you need to be aware of the illogical pitfalls in English for modals. First, can and could are used for more than ability. So when you introduce them, try to limit your examples to ability alone. Likewise, could is used to express both ability in the past and future possibility, and more. So be aware of the language you use during the lessons. For example, the could in I could run fast when I was young is not the could in you could work in pairs if you prefer, or it could rain tomorrow. Second, modal verbs are generally unstressed and students will need your assistance to hear the correct form. While we've provided audio and recordings to build those skills, remember that students and even native speakers often find it challenging to distinguish I can play basketball from I can't play basketball. Likewise with have to, which reduces to have to in connected speech. Unit 21 is about money and shopping. So in this unit, we introduce the present continuous. Students will have had exposure to this tense, and now's the time to start to distinguish its use from the present simple. Students have plenty of opportunities to talk about clothing and shopping. We include reading and listening tasks in which different people talk about what they usually wear and compare their styles to what they are wearing at a special event. So when you teach the present continuous, start modeling the contracted forms immediately. The auxiliary verb be is hard to hear in connected speech, and many students will omit it altogether. Help them avoid bad habits. For example, It will be common for students to produce sentences like, "I wearing a t-shirt." While it's demotivating to correct students every time they make an error, remember that compound tenses are the norm in English. So we include classroom tasks in which students can practice these forms regularly. Finally, don't forget the dreaded stative verbs. After introducing the present continuous, go softly on the list of stative verbs that you introduce. Start with be, want, and feel, along with the verbs expressing likes and dislike from the previous unit. Remember that many stative verbs do have a continuous form, with or without a change in meaning. For example, I like swimming, not I am liking swimming. I want to find a job, not I am wanting to find a job. The Off2Class step-by-step ESL curriculum will eventually contain over 250 lessons in 70 units covering A1 to C1 or beginner to advanced. We hope that these short video posts provide a quick overview to help you use what we think is one of the best digital content tools for ESL teachers. We know there's a whole lot more to teaching than a few simple tips, but we hope this post presents a few things worth thinking about before you teach the grammar and language in the units. Did you find this video helpful? Let us know by leaving a comment below, and tell us your thoughts about the Off2Class online ESL curriculum. We honestly love your feedback. Happy teaching!